Today's devotional is coming out of Nehemiah chapter 2, verse 4, but I'm going to go back and read from verse 1 all the way to verse 5 so that I can give it some context, because verse 4 is very, very short. But I really want to focus on verse 4, and we'll talk about it a little bit after this reading. So check this out. It says, "In the month of Nisan, in the 20th year of King Artaxerxes, when wine was brought for him, I took the wine and gave it to the king. I had not been sad in his presence before. So the king asked me, 'Why does your face look so sad when you are not ill?' This cannot be nothing but sadness of heart. I was very much afraid, but I said to the king, 'May the king live forever. Why should my face not look sad when the city where my ancestors are buried lies in ruins, and its gates have been destroyed by fire?' The king said to me, 'What is it you want?' Then I prayed to the God of heaven, and I answered the king, 'If it pleases the king, and if your servant has found favor in his sight, then let him send me to the city in Judah where my ancestors are buried, so that I can rebuild it.'" Now, did you hear it? Did you focus on verse 4? It says, "The king said to me, 'What is it you want?' Then I prayed to God of heaven." Now listen to this study note. It says, "With little time to think, Nehemiah immediately prayed." 9 times in this book, we see Nehemiah either praying in the heat of the action or stopping the telling of his account to give a spontaneous prayer. Nehemiah prayed at any time, even while talking with others. He knew that God is always in charge, is always present, and hears and answers every prayer. Nehemiah could confidently pray throughout the day because he had established an intimate relationship with God during times of extended prayer. If we want to reach God with our emergency prayers, we need to take time to cultivate a strong relationship with Him through times of in-depth prayer. So we talk about it a lot on this channel, on this page, wherever you're watching from, the power of prayer. And I love how Nehemiah displays the power of prayer in the book of Nehemiah. It is currently, right now, the book that I am studying in the Old Testament as I work my way through the Old Testament, and I have already fallen in love with it because of Nehemiah's trust and faith in God. We talk about it all the time here. If you guys want a deep, passionate relationship with the Lord, then you have to spend time with Him. You have to spend time in prayer. And I'm not just talking about once in the morning or on Sunday when you go to church. One of the most important things you can do to grow your relationship with the Lord and get yourself in the zone with the Lord is to spend time with Him in prayer, talking to Him, being in His Word to understand His character and how He wants us to live our lives to glorify and honor Him and His kingdom. You cannot get to know somebody if you don't spend time with them. It doesn't matter who it is. If we're talking about God, or you're talking about someone that you're romantically interested in, or you're talking about somebody that you're trying to become friends with, you cannot grow and build a relationship with that person unless you spend time with them. And it's the same thing with God. I love how Nehemiah boldly displays his faith and confidently goes to the Lord in prayer throughout the entire book of Nehemiah, whether it's good times, bad times, frustrating times, times of anger. It doesn't matter. He is always talking to the Lord, and we should be too. You guys, I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful day. God bless, and go in peace.